howdy. So again, basically what I just said earlier, it's looked like a small crowd, so I kind of want to keep it, let's try to make it really personal, interactive. We're going to try to go through the slide really fairly quickly. And then throughout, probably at the end of the slide, we'll just open up for Q&A, and we'll have a runner that comes on with a microphone to basically ask us the questions. All right? So driving massive traffic for sales and lead generation. I'm going to introduce everybody here, so go ahead and start. My name, Ian Fernando. Obviously, ianfernando.com. I've been in this industry for about 10 years already. I grew up from affiliate to an advertiser and basically everything in between, from lead generation, traffic sourcing, and software developments. So, Bryant.
My name is Bryant Hussey. I represent Atlantic Coast Media Group. We are a luxury retailer of beauty products. We're pretty large in the affiliate space. We have 13 luxury brands that can be found at retail, and I've been in the space since 1996.
Derek?
My name is Derek Lester. I've been in the industry since 2007. I own a CPA network that specializes in health and beauty. I'm also an advertiser of a health and beauty product, and also do one-on-one coaching.
JJ?
My name's JJ. I've been in the performance-based marketing industry since 2013, mid-2013. I'm an affiliate and an advertiser. I have a line of beauty products, and I represent Creative Ventures Media as a company that I own.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So as you can see, everybody here has a bunch of experiences here. We're basically going to go into depth on my favorite thing is paid traffic. And why paid traffic is far better than, I think, SEO or social media or brand marketing or any stuff like that. And the reason for this is obviously just faster results. You know, as you start creating traffic for your offers or leads or your own products, you kind of want to understand how to get that data. And once you send traffic through social or SEO, the data can be slow and it can be antagonizing. So I think buying traffic by spending money to buy data actually gives you more of a faster leverage. So you can figure out what day is better, what hour of day is better, or what your demographics are. And basically, you don't wait for the data, you just can get it. And there's several ways to get the data. You can go over a short term, which in probably a day, but you'd have to spend a lot of money. Or you can go over a course of a week by spending, just probably $100 a day. So, any of you guys want to add on to this? We're good? So let's go into Facebook versus Google versus RTB. RTB, if anyone doesn't know what that means, is real-time bidding. Facebook, social demographics, keyword demographics, website demographics, and they're all different from each other, because the fact that obviously Google is different from Facebook, Facebook is different from RTB. And the type of traffic that RTB kind of provides are kind of more high volume sources of traffic. For example, like it can be on CNN or weather.com, or it can be on a bunch of blog networks based on a specific topic. So let's say maybe health and beauty, like for these guys, they only want to target health and beauty blogs, so you'd only bid on those specific sites. Facebook, I know Derek and JJ and everybody up here is pretty good on it, so you guys want to start off?
Yeah, so the reason I focus on Facebook and Google primarily is because of quality. So when you start owning these offers, if you're doing continuity and stuff like that, there's something called like a rebill rate. And the amount of people that rebill can be like a 70 or 80% when you're using Google or Facebook, as opposed to other traffic sources where the quality won't be as high. So that's a reason why I focus on that. And you can also budget accordingly on Facebook. You don't need a large budget to test the data that you need to know if your campaign is profitable or not.
Yeah, what I like about Facebook the most is that you can really narrow down and target the specific demographic that you like. And so that way you're able to get the best quality traffic for either the affiliate offer or the product that you own.
Yeah, agreed. I actually do a lot of advertising in the skincare space, and we show ads to women that have been to beauty salons, women that show interest in beauty brands. So your targeting is it's precise from day one, and it's big because it just yields really high conversion rates overall. So what you're showing is to people who actually want to see it.
Yeah, I also want to add on, especially on the RTB side and Google and the Google Display Network, is that there's kind of two types of different personal traffic sources, I want to say. More so people want to target by keyword, like how to lose weight in 90 days, how to get the beach body summer in 30 days, or you can go on display networks and basically just create the ad and just target high volume sites. And high volume sites are more of what I like to do, because you don't let the site and demo and the demographic actually do the selling. It's actually the ad that does the selling. And the purpose of that is basically to disrupt the consumer from whatever they're viewing, and then get them to click on the ad and then have that pre-sell, basically resell them on what they were doing. So that's the only reason why I like the Google DSP and then RTB platform more so. Anybody want to add on those two?
Well, just piggybacking off what you said, that's kind of what I do with Facebook as well. I know a lot of people like to go into Facebook and get like really targeted audience sizes of like a couple 100,000 or 1 million. Mine is very general. It's like just age and gender. That's it. Because my targeting is actually the ad. The ad, what it does, it pre-frames and qualifies the correct type of people that I'm looking for. So whether my CPC is very low or it's very high, either way, the return and the quality from that traffic is going to be very high, because I'm pre-framing that person accordingly.
Okay, cool. Understand traffic sources, basically just what we just went over. Each source is different, data is different from each other, and obviously Facebook, Google, RTB, wherever you buy traffic, you can't usually compare them to each other ever again. I mean, each one is its own. The only thing that probably you can compare are probably time of day and days, but other than that, you have to keep all that data by itself. Cross-data contamination, basically what I just said. Google data shouldn't be compared to Facebook data. The only variable that should be consistent across is basically the revenue. How much money did I make from one campaign versus the other? And that's really, really, really it. So, anybody else want to add on to this?
Sure, I think Ian's very correct. So we see users on Google as an example that they're looking for stuff. So if I'm serving relevant ads, based on what they're looking for, it's in their head, it's in their mind, whereas on Facebook, I'm selecting them, whereas on Google, to an extent, they're selecting me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sort of like apples and oranges. So when I'm about to create a campaign for Facebook, I'm sort of like Ian said, I want to disrupt the user and intrigue them to my ad copy and then try to sell them. Whereas Google, I'm just trying to tell them why they should choose my product, because they're already looking for something to search for already. So
yeah. Big volume versus niche volume. I kind of went in this a little prior slide. Volume based off clicks or even views, CPCs versus CPM. There are marketers that spend 10 to 100K a day on ad spend, while one spend $100 a week. Niche volumes are also calculated to the minute demographics instead of letting the ad earn the actual click. And this goes back to using on volume and trying to disrupt the consumer, and that's all what matters really. I will go on Google, and sometimes when I do a regular contextual ad, I'll just bid on the word diet or bid on the word news or nothing long tail ever. And purpose of that is again to disrupt the continuous repetition of ads on the side and get the consumer to see something different. When that's something different, they'll actually be curious enough to click on the ad. And that works basically with DSPs and RTBs as well. The disruption of volume is what you kind of want to go after. But you also want to talk to those people that don't have that budget, right? So they have to do long tail keywords, or they have to do sites that are target specific. But even though for a niche volume guys, I would try to even go for high volume sites, but try to contain your spend as well. You won't be able to spend and compete with people that are spending 20 to 100K a day, but you can try to get the experience and see what you can do to disrupt the actual user base and consumer from what they're actually viewing prior. You guys want to add on?
Yeah, like when I was an affiliate, I didn't have a large budget and I didn't have a lot of money to play with, so I had to keep my demos super small and super tight. And then over time, as I transitioned into advertising, then it started becoming, okay, how can I capture the most with big volume? And since I had more of a CPA to add on the back end, since I actually owned the product, I was able to enlarge my targeting. So.
Cool. Viable EPCs, CTRs. Kind of these numbers, I kind of learned over time that these numbers actually really doesn't matter. You know, when I was an affiliate, these numbers actually matter a lot. But now as an advertiser, a product owner, you know, you only care about what's the revenues coming in. You know, if I spend $100 and I made $200, you know, it's 100% ROI. So, but you just have to create a baseline. You know what I mean? That's the most important part, creating that baseline. If you basically split test two offers, the same offer on the same traffic site, and one offer makes $10 more, then I would get rid of the other testing variable. These numbers, in the end, really does not matter. The only numbers you really want to see from the macro side is always the revenue. And as an affiliate, when I started, CTRs, EPCs, CPCs, how do I get my CPM versus CPCs down, mattered a lot. But now, looking from the macro standpoint, the only number that matters is basically revenue.
I agree. I was actually showing these guys something a little while ago. I did a buy this past weekend, and my banners clicked through at around 3.5%. And it was a buy that had about 7.5 million impressions. So based on math, it's fantastic. Conversion rate, though, probably half of what I wanted it to be. So you can put all the users you want in the door, but unless what you have on the other side is relevant, who cares about CTR? Because you could have a really low CTR, but then you could have a conversion rate that's through the roof. So at the end of the day, it's all about just what is the ROI on your ad spend.
Yep.
Because there's so many variables when you're creating a campaign. You have EPC, your LP CTR, the CPC price, what's relative with the reach on Facebook and Google. So what I do is I just try to let these numbers guide me. So if my campaign wasn't profitable, okay, well, what was my EPC? What was my LP CTR? And then I'll start dissecting those variables, and then, you know, I'll make adjustments there. And then, but overall, like they said, it's basically what's your ROI at the end of the day.
The underdogs of traffic sources. Rev Content, AdBlade, Taboola, Outbrain, managed traffic source, basically post-paid traffic source. I kind of use these third-party traffic sources, probably very, very minimal. I don't use them that much. Taboola, AdBlade I've used in the past as an affiliate. Rev Content I usually haven't touched on that much. I know JJ. Yep.
Yeah, so I've used all these traffic sources. What I love about some of these, this is just an example of some different traffic sources. Of course, there's a lot more out there. But what I love about these other traffic sources is, is that they manage your campaigns for you. So they'll put together the ads for you, they'll put together the campaigns for you, they'll start split testing everything for you, and they'll manage everything for you. All you basically need to do is fund it, either fund it beforehand, or a lot of these companies, even Facebook I know as well, is they'll set you up on a post-pay program. So you'll be spending money, $5,000, $10,000 a day for a month, and you don't have to pay for it till the following month. So that gives you time and room to be able to gauge your campaigns, gauge your returns on everything, so you can be able to scale from there. So that's why I love different traffic sources as well, kind of like that as well.
The good thing about these traffic sources are, like, when you're in the health and beauty niche, it's like a huge gray line with Facebook and Google as far as like what they like and what they don't like. So when you move to these traffic sources, they're more acceptable of your advertisements and stuff like that. So that's why a lot of time people diversify to these traffic sources.
That actually makes a lot of sense because I have ads that affiliates of mine attempt to run, and the Facebooks and the Googles of the world, the ads are just almost on auto decline, whereas I submit the same ad and my ads get approved like clockwork. Same exact ad, but it's, you know, you're the advertiser and, you know, you guys are more, you know, like legitimate, or however they, you know, personally want to classify it, where, you know, the affiliate runs the same ad and the ad gets declined all day.
Yeah. What I also like about the managed traffic sources as well is that they have so much data from all the other campaigns, all the other advertisers and affiliates, that they basically aggregate all that data for you, so that cuts a lot of the time frame in testing for you, so you can go ahead and get started and get profitable immediately. A lot of times I even become a little bit more aggressive with it, and I'll say, listen, you know, I'll just prepay you 100K right now. Just make sure that everything is running. I want to get the top positions before everybody else, and I can wire you this 100K every couple days or every week, depending on the performance of these campaigns.
Advertising intelligences. These are some of the tools, I guess. I mean, I use What Runs Where. The other ones I haven't used, but the tools are just tools, you know. You have to really base everything on your own data. These are just basically a crutch to basically help you to see what you can potentially do. And that's really it. But you actually have to run the campaign yourself. You know, maybe you can see the actual ad, what kind of ad they were actually running, how long did the ad survive over a time frame, etc. You know, but in the end, you have to actually do it yourself and see what the data is actually telling you.
I think a good thing about it, it gives you, if you haven't run any campaigns or ads before, it gives you some type of a reference of where to begin at. You know, what have people used in the past? What are some similar ad copy or text, images that people have been using? What are some similar landing pages that people have been using that looks like is most common that, you know, is working?
Yeah, nobody wants to be a me too in regards to creating ads. However, there's nothing wrong with modeling after, you know, what you see out there and what's working.
Yeah. The only problem that I find is that you kind of lose the creativity. You know, obviously you're copying and pasting. You know, but you also have to understand that the data is going to speak for you instead of the data actually being given to you from these tools. Okay. Manual, obviously, create an FB account, looking for some views, family, friends. Watch news feeds on the right-hand side. I guess, JJ, this is yours.
Yeah, so basically, you could use the advertising intelligence tool. You know, it costs a couple $100s a month, or you could just do it the manual way. You know, with Facebook, you just create an account, watch over the news feed, right-hand column, or use your friends and families. I tend to do that a lot.
When I first started out, I actually did the same thing. I actually made probably several Facebook accounts. You know, different female, male, different age, like hunting and sporting goods, and probably I don't know, toy cars or whatever. But this actually gives me an understanding of the demographic that the ads that are being shown through Facebook ad itself. So, I mean.
Yeah, so another way is, the other manual way is that where Facebook has a built-in search post function. So in the top, you can type in a specific keyword, for example, diet or weight or miracle, belly, different things like that. And it'll give you different examples of people's friends and family who have either liked or shared one of these posts that they've seen in their newsfeed ads. So you'll be able to see, not everybody's, but just everybody that you're friends with. You'll be able to see everything that they shared there. So it gives you some type of a reference to look at, you know, what is currently working right now actively, and not through the aggregated sources as well.
Okay. Do a simple Google search for sponsored by Rev content. This is actually a pretty good strategy, especially when you want to figure out the other third-party vendors. This is actually searchable through Google itself, because the actual context link is actually an actual text, not like a JavaScript page, so it's actually searchable. And when you put it in Google, you can actually see all the ads that's been done, and this is actually free. You can just type this in Google, and it'll actually pop up the landers, the images, and even the sites that people have been advertising on. And it's a really, really simple way to just figure it out without spending money prior. Mm-hmm. So, create Yahoo accounts, advertising intelligence. I guess this is for Yahoo.
Yeah. So with Yahoo, what you can do is when I create a Yahoo account, I'll create it for the demographic, so a female, specific age, or whatever. And then I'll just scroll down, all the way down, and then I'll use a browser's built-in search function. And then what you can do is just, like with Chrome, just Control F, and then you can just type in the word sponsored. And it'll show you all the sponsored ads that's within Yahoo. So basically, here's just an example of one that I found the other day, which was for male muscle supplements. So I quickly found this, so what I usually do is just screenshot it, put it in my swipe file for me to reference later, and then it'll show you examples of it's the landing page. When you click on it, you'll see their landing page. So I'll save that landing page as well, look at it as a frame of reference for future campaigns as well.
Customer lifetime value. Basically, this is kind of a open topic because if you're looking at it from the affiliate side and you collect your own leads, I mean, you got to figure out if you really want to have that retention rate for your own leads, or you don't want to collect leads at all. As an advertiser, customer lifetime value retention definitely matters a lot. You want to figure out over a long time frame, what is your actual true CPA? You know, as an affiliate, you get paid a fixed CPA, you know, but on the back end, as an advertiser, you give that CPA based off the retention rate of the lifetime value of the consumer. So over time, your CPA should technically fall down, especially if that consumer has been with you for 3 months or 6 months, technically. As an affiliate, again, on the affiliate side, if you want to have and collect leads, it does take another extra step to run and figure out how much you can squeeze out of this consumer. So, I mean, definitely more of an open topic than anything.
Yeah, so this is my specialty. These guys specialize more in buying, and I specialize in extending the long tail of the customer. Ian's talking about, 3 months, 6 months. I have customers that I've been successfully rebilling for 8 years.
Jesus.
Some of the brands that we own are Hydroxytone Skincare, Christie Brinkley Beauty. So it's very reputable brands, and the biggest piece is a lot of skincare, like a lot of just advertisers in general, have one trial. What else can they offer the customer? We have 184 additional products. That's the next slide. So pretty much what you have to know is, what is the end-to-end value of your customer? Are you looking for, 1.5 average rebills just to make money off a bounty, or just to make money off of how much it costs you to acquire the customer? And a lot of times that's the difference between, I hear guys in the rebill space saying, oh, my customers are worth 80 bucks. My customers are worth 90. You paid 55 bucks or 50 bucks for the customer. My customers are worth 200. Why? Because we give them things and we don't sell them. And like, we specialize in skin cream. You know what? I sell you face wash. I sell you toner. I sell you lifting pads, and actually create a customer experience versus just making you buy and saying goodbye to you. So basically, that's about the 180 products deal. It's, build long-term relationships and brand loyalty. We have customers that every time we release a new product, we actually send the product to our prestige customers at 0 cost. Let them know that, hey, we have products and we want you to try it. Like, not try it for a rebill. We want you to try it because you've been our customer 4 years, 5 years. And that's the customers that go on Facebook, that go on social media, they tag us, they write about it, they refer friends to us, and we actually have them reaching out to us and saying, hey, when are you coming out with new products? We're having them, basically brand loyal.
Cool.
And always have the customer's best interest in mind. It's not always about making them feel that you're out to get something from them. Customers call and say, hey, I have a broken bottle, I have this. You know what, if the customer calls and has a broken bottle, send them a new bottle. It's that simple. That's when they go on social media and they say, hey, hydroxytone is fantastic. And on our Facebook page, we have 200,000 likes with 70,000 actives, and customers say, I don't feel like a customer. I feel like, like I'm part of your program.
Cool. Upsells and cross-sells, one of my favorite parts too, as well. Choose the right products, relevant recommendations. On my products, basically, we have a strict funnel. And I try to squeeze about a lot of money out of the lead prior to either putting them on an autoresponder or putting them through a call center to basically market them back. And it's all about relevancy. I think the relevancy has to happen right then and there, right away. And probably over time, you can basically cross-reference to other products, basically. But in the end, it's all about the relevancy of the product and items itself.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's what I was saying before, where we specialize in wrinkle creams, but if I'm offering someone at point of sale, saying, hey, here's a face wash, here's a toner, here's something else, and all you women know, you walk into a store to buy something and you want to spend 50 bucks and you walk out spending 550. So that's, that's our objective as well.
Yep. Let's see. Incentives and rewards. Actually, this is pretty interesting, the incentivizing of the lead especially. Brian, definitely can go more into that.
Yeah, so when a lot of people hear incentives, they think of incentivized traffic, and that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about offering the customers we've tested, hey, get a risk-free trial of X, and just, here's your 2 products, 2 jars and whatnot, and we've tested it with get 2 jars and get 3 free gifts. Get 2 free gifts. And, a free gift that probably costs us $2 to $3 in the back end increases overall site conversion by 20 to 30%. And for a $2 product. So, give them something, free gift, like listen to infomercials. 3 free gifts of this, 2 free gifts of that. Free gifts work.
Yep. Okay, superior customer service. In the end, this is all more about caring for the consumer, right? Phone, email, and social media. Brian definitely went into a lot of detail into it and how to take care of the consumer side part once you've generated traffic and generated that lead. So obviously phone support, we try to do 24/7 phone support on our own products. And if we don't, they go to a voicemail and we actually call them back next day. And we also have email, basically autorespond. We follow them on a day-to-day basis. And social media, I really don't follow up on social media too much on our own brands, just because I feel like that specific traffic, again, like I said in the beginning, doesn't really work out too much for me. So. Yeah,
for me, social media is huge because, for all all noise is bad. If someone says, hey, you guys in the rebuild space, you get a lot of flack about terms and conditions and quality of product. Where when somebody blasts you on social media, you need to address that like pretty quick. Because I could probably tell you right now, almost every one of you use Facebook or Twitter or something to that liking.
Okay, it looks like basically it's the end of the slide. We basically went over just traffic in general, and now what I want to do, we have about about 30 minutes. I really want to keep it more so on your end. I want you guys to challenge us on your traffic questions, your landing page questions, and what you can see to try to stump one of us, I guess, on how you guys run your traffic, how you generate your leads, what do you think your retention rates are, your average order value, etc. So we have a mic right in the middle. If you want, just raise your hand and we'll have a runner basically provide you. Gentleman right there. Oh no. I can hear you. I'll repeat the question. So you're saying Facebook, Google, Yahoo, and Bing, are they all the same?
You focused on Google and Facebook, but you really didn't talk about Yahoo, Bing at all. And I just want to know, in your experience, is Yahoo, Bing not giving you a good return? Is the ROI not the same as what you get on Google?
For me, the volume on Yahoo and Bing is not substantial. I mean, if I was an affiliate and I first started brand new traffic, I would start on Yahoo and Bing, just because the volume is not there. It's more of for me, when I first started, it was more of a learning experience for me. There's really no volume that actually basically gave me the ROI that I wanted. And even if I did $1,000 a day, it's not worth my time when I'm making 5 times more on that on Yahoo or Facebook or even the RTB platform. So I wouldn't spend time on it because for me, it's not worth my time to spend and only earn $1,000.
Hey, can you tell me what LP CTR is, click-through rate? What is the LP?
Landing page CTR, yeah. So, you guys have any experience with Yahoo, Bing?
Yeah, so for Yahoo and Bing, the reason why I dismiss it, I do a lot of international campaigns, and as far as Google, you can get a lot of volume in Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Malaysia, Singapore, all like these English-speaking countries, whereas Bing is just solely US, and even with US, it's still minuscule compared to Google. So that's the reason why I think a lot of time Bing gets dismissed in the conversation, just basically because we're trying to talk about trying to do big volume on these traffic sources, and Bing just isn't quite there yet.
And you had a question about, about LPCTR. It's not always about, ultimately it's about site conversion, but if you have multiple pages in your site, you need to know where in the path, how many people are going from page 1 to page 2. You could have amazing cart level conversion, but if you're not getting anyone to the cart, like, why even have a shopping cart?
If you dissect the funnel, it's kind of like you have your ad, then you have your pre-sale, then you have your offer. So LP landing page is like the pre-sale, and it's just a number or a metric to know how many people went from the ad to the pre-sale and actually went to the offer. So we may say the LPCTR is 15%. So out of the 100 people that clicked on the ad, only 15 of them went to the actual offer page.
Yeah.
And so you guys have mentioned some underdog traffic sources. You brought up Rev Content, AdBlade, Taboola. In your experience, what is the easiest platform to get an affiliate ad approved on? Like I could tell you Outbrain, you've got to do an article type thing, right? You can't just send them right to an affiliate landing page. So what would be the easiest platform to get approved on?
I mean, I like Taboola. Even though Taboola, you still also have to give them a content. I have a content writer, but they still have, even Taboola still have to approve that content first, and even the pre-sale. It's a news feed.
You've
right?
still got to make it into an article. It's
Yeah.
not directly to the affiliate
Yeah,
offer.
because the problem is with Outbrain, Taboola, and Rev Content, they want to make sure it emerges like a news site. And that's their main concern. They don't want to send it to a direct ad like an auto insurance LP where you only enter the zip code, right? So they want to give the consumer that reading experience prior. So it's almost like a pre-sale at this point,
Yeah.
but technically you can really do a lot of selling in your context, but you still have to make that article because they want to make sure that experience for the consumer is an easy flow.
Yeah, I think it's because it's a different landing page style that they want, and it's because of the source of their traffic. The source of their traffic is really good. If you ask them, what specific placements that you can get on, is really well. And I would say your question was which one is easier to get approved on. By far, Rev Content is a lot easier to get approved on. Then would be AdBlade, and then would be Taboola/Outbrain. In that order.
Hi. What would you say are the 3 or 4 best ways to drive traffic to an email opt-in landing page? And also, what do you think about co-registration for building email lists?
Co-registration, I wouldn't do it. I've been in that space. I've actually made my own email path before, and had my own correct path in the past as well. The lead quality is really, really not that good after that. If you're generating your own leads for yourself and then you put them through a co-registration, or you're trying to get the leads through a co-registration path, I personally would not recommend it. I would just do my own. When I did my own email, page, the way I did it was basically did it through pre-sale page, like almost like a DSP through Google, or most likely all the time through Facebook. But I had to have a page prior to that email submit. So you had to make that email submit act like its own offer, and then pre-sell for the user to basically, enter their email address. If you want a massive high volume, the co-registration path is not a good idea, I don't think.
I think the fastest way to get a lot of traffic for an email submit would to get network traffic. So you would probably have to hit up CPA networks and tell them that you have an email offer, and then place your offer on their network, and then they'll distribute it to affiliates. Whether I don't know if it's incentivized or non-incentivized, but incentivized would probably be the fastest way to get a flood of traffic for an email submit.
Yeah.
And in regards to your question of co-registration, I've actually seen maybe 300% more success where obtaining the co-reg name with a phone number and outbounding them versus emailing them, and much higher. And
Through the first path?
through the first path, yeah.
Okay.
Calling them instantaneously.
Okay, just pretty much pre-qualifying that lead prior. Okay.
Sorry, what's co-registration?
Oh, co-registration it's literally
It's just pre-populating the information across several different offers. So it's like a path. So let's say you filled out an EDU offer and you put all in your information, you click submit, and then another offer, a health insurance offer, will pop up with your information already pre-populated. You click submit, it'll take you to another offer, travel insurance offer with your information. It's just seeing how many times it can capture your data for different offers.
Yeah, pretty much a vehicle for you to show interest in multiple offers and multiple verticals at the same time.
Yeah. The ones I've seen were more like they do a survey. They'll ask you, hey, do you like to travel? Do you like to buy cars? And based on that survey, you know, they'll pre-populate all the information and then just give you travel offers, subscribe you to magazine based on travel, etc. That's all really it is. But then again, just the lead quality differentiates.
What I've also seen is in those survey type paths, the rebills just aren't good. At least on my side, historically, those are the type of users that want coupons and free samples, and that's not the user. They'll give you $1.99 today to try the product, but try getting $70 out of them on, you know, day 30. It's not happening.
Yeah. Cool. Any questions? Any other questions? We got jump right here. Run.
Yeah, comparison of mobile versus traditional data. Do you segment them, and do you get the same conversions? Do you get the same volume? How do you guys split it up?
So I had this conversation with somebody else yesterday on the floor, and we were talking about, do you do mobile, mobile optimized landing pages? And based on what he says, I do mobile optimized landing pages, but I don't do the actual, I forgot what they call it, the resizing? Yeah, responsive.
Yeah, it's mobile responsive.
Yeah, so I don't do the responsive sites. I actually make a solid mobile specific landing page that isn't responsive. So when somebody goes to my LP, they actually get redirected to the actual mobile page instead of actually being responsive. I found that to be more higher conversion than anything than having a responsive site itself. Right now, mobile is really, really big. We have probably a good 60% of our traffic are mobile transactions, and then you have to just basically dig deeper. We also can't really separate right now desktop and tablets through Google, so we're trying to figure out how we can redirect that traffic to a specific tablet-friendly page instead of a responsive page. But right now, mobile for us is actually killing it for me. So.
Yeah, it's actually good that you mentioned mobile, because if you're driving a lot of email traffic, mobile is so key, because on average, 52 to 62% of all email traffic is mobile. So if you don't have a mobile optimized page, you will not succeed in email.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was your question?
Yeah.
What?
Can you ROI very well.
Oh yeah, the ROI is very well. And even on the Facebook side of mobile, if you do a campaign and you select mobile and desktop, Facebook will tend to serve you more mobile than desktop. So mobile is like huge nowadays. So having your pages be responsive, or whether they're choosing to have just a specific mobile or specific desktop page, is something that you definitely should keep in mind when creating your funnels and campaigns and stuff like that.
Yeah, whatever tracking system you're personally using, just make sure to load both versions, your mobile version and your tablet version. And I could give you some recommendations after, of tracking systems that will pick up tablet and, or desktop and serve accordingly.
Hi, I'm Sandeep. Thank you for all the great information here. I was wondering if it was a lot of information, but at a sort of a macro level, for me at least. Very useful though. I was wondering if you could break it down for a relative novice who wants to build an email list and take a specific use case. I started campaign A. I decided to put 10,000 bucks in it. I did step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and this is the returns I saw, and this is what I learned. Something along those lines. Just a generic. I don't want specifics, but here's how I would go through a campaign to build my email list.
Brian, you want to take that?
So my pages in particular, we do a lot of microsites. Page 1 is a form with email submit, and we run ads on not buy this cream or buy this product, but learn more, So they're more, I have no intent on selling you product on day one. I run ads for information, and we build the email list that way. That's probably my best way. And then from there, just make sure that you can segment know from day one where you got the name from, and be able to say, okay, I'm running this ad, and these are all the leads that I got, and this is the ROI. But you have to be able to identify where you got those email addresses from.
Yeah, I mean, I basically started my email stuff through my blog, but I also did it through creating my own email lead page, right? But you have to have a good autoresponder, you have to have good content, you have to have good follow-ups, it's a whole marketing scheme on its own. If you go from a micro level up, it can take me a full day to explain the whole thing.
A good incentive, incentives are always good to build your email list. And so one of my products deals with women's hair loss. And so I offer an ebook on hair loss. It doesn't cost you anything, and we generate massive amounts of leads that way. So I think incentives are huge.
I think that question is hard to answer because Ian advertises different from JJ, who advertises different from Brian, who advertises different from Derek. So it's kind of hard to say do this, and that, because we all advertise differently, So you kind of have to find your own funnel, tailor it as best as you can, optimize it, and analyze the data and take it from there.
Yeah.
We sell high-end fitness equipment online. What should our strategy be for a mobile presence? Right now, it's pretty lame. We don't have a good mobile presence, but how realistic is it to think we can, folks are going to drop down $2,000 on a piece of fitness equipment on their iPhone? Should it be more of a click to call, or what?
I think the first question is, can you personally recognize how much of your traffic is mobile versus non-mobile?
We can.
Okay. Do you have sites specifically built for mobile?
No, that's what
That's
right
that's
now
your first
we have
step.
A poor mobile presence. We can, we're launching a new website. We can we could make it responsive, or we can create a separate page mobile. But I'm wondering how realistic, how many companies sell big ticket items on their cell phones?
I mean, the first question is obviously what Brian just said is, are you accepting mobile? And then figuring out, dissecting that, what are my top 10 products I'm selling that are mobile, that people are ordering from via mobile through your site? And just work through there. I wouldn't start off with, hey, you know what, $2,000 product, only had probably 2 mobile orders on it, versus maybe you want to go with your dumbbells or maybe your gloves that are more easier to buy, that people don't really have to think too much. I would look at your data more so.
It's really just treadmills and ellipticals. We only have about 20 products, anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000. So
do you close sales over the phone?
We do.
So yeah, I think if you can close sales over the phone, you can definitely close sales from a mobile tablet. It's just finding out how many and how to optimize that.
So do you have a video of your products in use?
Yeah, so we do. We use a lot of video on our website. A lot of our affiliates are very content-driven. Folks that buy our stuff do a lot of research ahead of time.
I would actually, personally, so it's funny you say a $2,000 piece of fitness equipment. I bought a $2,000 spin bike over the holidays online.
On your phone?
Yes, on my phone.
Well,
and I was researching it on YouTube. So, buying Google Display, are your videos loaded on YouTube?
They are.
Yeah. So I think it's just, just really trying to optimize the mobile experience. That's the biggest piece for you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Maybe you can search any competitors and see how their if they have mobile sites, what they look like, what the funnels are and stuff like that. I would probably start there.
Yeah. Market research.
Yeah, market research.
Can you guys go into more detail on the RTBs and your strategies? You kind of glossed over that particular area.
Yeah, RTB, real-time bidding, is pretty much it's really, you gotta be really good at it, or you're gonna really suck at it. Because RTB is, you basically bid on positions and the in-depth of the site. So let's say, for example, you want to advertise on abc.com. right? You will either bid for the position above the fold or below the fold or the footer. And you'll actually start bidding page 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 pages deep in. So then you have to figure out, okay, if the consumer's going on the home page and they're going through, let's say they click on the main topic of, I don't know, Obamacare, whatever. They're 3 pages deep in. So now you're bidding for the 3rd page, right? Then you got to figure out, do you want to bid on the right side, above the fold, or bid below the fold. So it's, and the crazy part is that you don't have heat map information or no other information except based on clicks and tests. So what I do is I basically just buy both, you know, and I usually only buy first page. This way I get the first impression right away instead of a diluted consumer over time consistently reading the content and then maybe deciding who want to click on an ad. You know, when somebody reads the content, they probably clicked on it through a Facebook article that's been mentioned and they just leave after they read the article. They don't really navigate through the site. So that's the only reason why I do first impression and usually above the fold. I'll only do also a 760 by 90 banner and 300 by 300 banner as well. I would never do no IAB banners below a 468 or a 250 or a 150 banner at all. Only the big ones, really. You guys do any RTBs?
So typically, like when you buy media from a website or aggregators, what happens is they say, okay, well, you know, we want 20K and we'll place your ad on a number of sites, right? So then RTB came out where it allows you to get whatever placement you want and bid on that placement in real time. So when Ian's talking about above the fold, below the fold, essentially when you're on the web page and you know you scroll down to the bottom, the ad gets placed there, or you can have your ad placed once the website loads. You can have it placed there. When they say first impression, it's just how many times the site loads, whether it's the first or second or whatever. The reason why first impression is so valuable is because it has a higher click-through rate than the other impressions, so that impression is more expensive than others. So it's a lot of data and analytics to be good at RTB. So that's why a lot of people get deterred from it. But if you're good at it, you won't have a lot of competition because a lot of people, you know, don't want to put in the extra time to try to do it.
Yeah, it's definitely something. If you're really good data mining, then you'll probably like RTB a lot. Okay.
Yeah, I just hire media buyers to do that for me. So I can't answer that question.
So. To retarget? Well, yeah. Well, technically you can, right? Because I know with Site Scout, they allow you to give you a pixel, and they'll allow you to retarget. No,
anything you can place a cookie on, you can retarget.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I know Site Scout specifically, you can't do that. I don't know about the other ones. So.
All right. So. I know you guys are saying that you're pushing a lot of traffic on Facebook, and Facebook is great for traffic, but as an affiliate, it's been really hard for us to keep Facebook accounts up. Yes. I got a rep on the phone and was talking to him about developing. We have a content-rich site that we're pushing people to that then promotes affiliate offers. And he basically told me Facebook doesn't allow affiliates. There's nowhere in the terms and conditions, by the way, that says that they don't allow affiliates, but he was really short with me after that and hung up. And just wondering, what experiences do you guys have promoting affiliate offers on Facebook?
Yeah, so I've actually met with like Facebook way back in the day when they actually encouraged affiliates. They actually wanted affiliates. You know, they actually wanted affiliates to advertise on their platform. Because back in the day, big companies were scared of Facebook until I guess we came in and we started just buying their banners and media. You basically don't want to tell Facebook you're an affiliate. You basically want to say, hey, I'm an ad agency or a digital web agency, and I have these vendors, you know, Match.com, OkCupid, or whatever, and they've given me marketing budget to spend on your platform. You know, and that's how I would approach it. In this way, you're actually able to get a higher agency account than starting at, I think that now the minimum is like a 2K mark. You know, so where an agency account, you can start at a 20 and 50K mark to spend on a day-to-day basis. I would never say an affiliate. Over time, they know that affiliates send quick, fast traffic. They bring down their CPCs. You know, and they don't want that, obviously. So.
I actually think there's a terminology conflict here. It's not that Facebook doesn't like affiliates. Not all affiliates promote rebill, risk-free trial offers. You know, I can guarantee you we're all affiliates here. Not everyone runs skincare and diet. What Facebook's biggest issue is with offers that have monthly recurring, continuity-based programs. That's Facebook's problem, not with affiliate marketers. And I just wanted to clear it up terminology-wise.
But the only problem also, Facebook does not allow a lot of first page lead gens.
Yes.
So.
And that's also why the pre-sale pages are extremely good. Yeah, they do act as they're the online equivalent as a DRTV spot, but for the landing page, there's no transaction taking place on it. So that's also why they're extremely important.
Yeah, well, piggybacking what Brian said off of they don't really like rebuild advertiser, rebuild offers. Yeah. If you look through their ad guidelines, what they say specifically, if you're going to advertise a rebuild program, it needs to be disclosed at the ad level. So at the ad level, it needs to say subscription required, membership required, something similar to that. So it adds a congruency, and you're more upfront about it from the beginning. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, they're more, they want to protect their reputation and their brand image. So like, for example, I know as an advertiser, when I get chargebacks, I know that they'll, in the dispute, they'll write in, I saw this advertisement on Facebook and I'll never go on Facebook again. Facebook should never allow this type of advertisement to be placed on here, you know? So they're protecting themselves by doing that type of thing. Also, if you want to, like Bryant said, it's about your terminology as well. I would suggest opening up a business manager account. So you go to business.facebook.com and you separate each single vertical that you're in by creating a new ad account, okay? Create a new ad account and then specify that basically each ad account is for a different client that you have that you're advertising for, okay? And it's always important that you contact them as well, because that kind of helps to play a role in the trust factor with them as well. No problem.
Hi, my name is Charles Amos. Right now, I'm developing front-end offers, low-end front offers to do buyer lead generation. I'm wondering how you guys feel about that. My main focus is to promote affiliate products, but I try to focus on the buy in the beginning. There's been a lot of talk about just opt-in for lead generation initially. You know, how do you guys feel about generating buyers leads?
Buyer leads?
Buyers leads.
Oh, buyer leads. Generating or buying buyer leads?
Generating leads for initial buys, you know, up front.
It's just as an affiliate or as an advertiser?
Well, as an affiliate, because I'm producing, like, let's say, information products, like low-end ones, to eventually, you know, to get people to become my customer first.
Okay, so you're getting the lead and the opt-in in front as well, right?
I'm mostly getting the lead from the customers. So when they become a customer, then they become a lead.
Wait, no, there's two parts. You're either having a partial lead or you have a buyer lead. Partial are people that are either that didn't buy, that didn't give you a credit card yet.
Check on amendments, yeah.
Yeah, and then you have your buyer, which obviously gives you the credit card. So which lead?
I do have some like exit pop-ups where they do fill in some stuff later on down the line, but my focus is to actually acquire the customer first. So I'm sending them to actual, like a low-end offer for them to buy something, and then when they buy something, then they actually put in their information and they become my lead. So
so you're going from partial to buyer, basically. Okay,
yeah.
That makes sense.
Is it general interest? Is it like any specific niche or?
I'm in the biz op niche.
Biz op, okay.
Oh man.
So the question is, how do we feel about that?
Yeah, like what's your, I guess, your experiences in doing that? You're trying to acquire the customer first versus trying to go for the email opt-in first.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, in order to acquire the consumer, you have to get their lead first anyway, right? They have to become a partial before they can become a buyer, you know? I mean, are you asking based on more traffic source? Because I'm trying to figure out this funnel question right now.
I think what he's trying to say is like relationship marketing. So first you're trying to establish a relationship, right? And gain that trust. And then after you gain that trust, you want to sell that data or you want to start marketing them other products? Okay. Okay. So I know with like a lot of guys that do emailing, me personally, I don't do email, but a lot of guys who do email, I know they sort of take that approach where they build that trust and they'll keep sending them good content and keep building a relationship with them. And then they'll, you know, maybe 2 months, 3 months down the line, then they'll slide an offer into them. Hey, do you want to try this offer? And a lot of times, since the customer already feels comfortable with that person, they go for the offer, as opposed to if they just tried to send them the offer prior or from the start of the relationship. So I don't know if that helps, but
that's actually, well, looking at what Derek said, I have a number of content sites as well. No sales occurring whatsoever. And when someone takes a trial or makes a purchase from me, or even a lead, I still send them articles and whatnot from my content sites. Keep them engaged. If I see that they're consistently opening, clicking, then I'm like, you know what, I know this person's interested. And then I sell them very soft sales emails.
Cool. I think we have time for one more question, I believe. So if anybody have one more question, and we're good. If not, then thank you guys for, here we go, we'll have one last question.
Talk about PPC. What do you think about PLAs and the importance of PLAs?
PLAs as
product.
I actually think, so my products are at Kohl's, they're on HSN, QVC, at every Costco in America. For me, I actually love PLAs because I specialize in risk-free trials. Day one, $199 billing up front. So for me, I actually want my competitors, well, not my partners, to use PLAs. So it'll show the customer, hey, you can walk into Kohl's, but you're going to spend $90 today. Whereas you can just go on my site and buy it as a trial and pay $199. So personally, I'm in love with PLAs.
That makes sense, yeah. Okay, so good. Thank you everybody for joining. I guess everybody got a voting card. Make sure just give it a quick 5, and we're good to go.